Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday night's the UK Watch Community Show. And with me tonight is my old friend Red Shovel, as you can see, unfortunately. Good evening, Red. Thank you for joining me, mate.
Good evening.
Guys, unfortunately, Alex, Kojak and Kronos has got family over from Germany, so I think he's entertaining them tonight. So hopefully he may be able to join us later, but we'll have to wait and see. James Hess hasn't really fully recovered from his flu. So James, wish you a speedy recovery, mate, and hopefully you can make it next week. Also, guys, while I'm just saying these things, I just want to give a shout out to Paul Yazamides, big follower for the UK watch community, and also for Tim Wright. He's not been very well, I understand, lately, and just want to send Paul out our best wishes and wishing him a speedy recovery. I hope I speak for the chat and the watch community in general. So big shout out to Paul Yazamides. And also Ian Nicholson. Hope you're well, mate. If you're watching or you catch this stream, as I say, mate, I hope you're on the road to recovery and wish you a speedy recovery as well, my friend. So, guys, I just want to quickly go through the chat. Very, soon. I think as soon as I put the title up, I think this Dave F5451 was the first to upvote. Dave, thank you as always. Thank you for being here. Dean. Chomo, sorry, how do you pronounce that? Chomo, Ray. So just quickly going through the chat, guys. JMB went to Breguet AD today, and I think he spent an hour or so with a Breguet authorized dealer, and sent me some beautiful. Well, sorry, on his Instagram post, he's got some couple of beautiful Breguet. If he's in the chat, perhaps he could put the link in. Give us what the models were, and I'll bring them up a bit later on in the chat. Sorry, in the show, I should say. But let's carry on. So JMB, C Nord, thank you. Roly Mania, thank you as always, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Kaloy, EMB, Uncle Jonga, and the last one, but Red Shovel. Thank you, guys, for being here. Let's keep going. Any more 4 CDs? Tim's in the chat. Hi, Tim. Glad you can make it. Dean, I said Dean, and Matt H. Hi, Matt. Thanks for your message earlier. Thank you. Much appreciated, sir. Who else? JMB, I've said. Oh, Drew Oakley. Hi, Drew. Thank you for being here, sir. First time I've seen your name in the chat, but thank you so much for being here. It's much appreciated. Elmo, thank you, sir, for being here. And that's it, guys. So that's all the chat covered. If I don't see you come in the chat, guys, I want to keep an eye on the chat. But I will try and highlight you as you come into the chat. But as I say, we've only just started, so but it's 22 already. Sorry, guys. Just going to bring in Alex. Oh, Alex. Sorry, Alex. I didn't think you'd maybe not be able to join us till later, but thank you so much. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well. I trust everyone's doing well.
Yeah, all doing well, mate. How was your weekend?
Busy. Sort of paying the price of last weekend's shenanigans with Tim. And the wife is riding me really, really hard. Making
say that again.
She's getting her money.
Sorry, say that again.
She's riding me.
Listen. Rephrase that, please. Just rephrase that. That's been clipped. You know that, don't you?
Normally on the weekends, she gives me a little bit of leeway to say, right. Poor Alex, he's tired. Let him relax a little bit. None of that. No, that's all of that sympathy's gone. You were able to spend 3 days with Tim. You could spend a weekend doing stuff for me. So Tim has ruined my marriage as well as probably his own marriage. So thank you very much, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. Designer Tilly. Goodness, what did I enter into? Yeah, just caught you saying, they all know his nickname Tripod. He ain't called Tripod for nothing, guys. So anyway, Dingo Dave, thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. Hope you're well, guys. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and obviously it was not obviously to the guys in the USA, but for us it was Remembrance Day on Sunday, and today was Armistice Day. So at 11 o'clock, it was a 2-minute silence for all those that lost their lives in the 2 world wars. So hence the still wearing the poppy. I'll wear it all this week, and then I'll put it away and get a new one next week. So hope everybody.
Shout out to all the people that have served this country. I know some people in the community.
Just thank you for your service, guys. Yeah, much appreciated.
Yeah,
it really is.
The mental jock as well. We had a chat earlier on today. So just wanted to show our appreciation for the hard work that those guys have put in. So,
I sent him a message. I sent him a message over the weekend. Just thinking of him because you know what, as I say, they most probably got memories that they don't even want to talk about. They can't talk about, and unfortunately. So, we were thinking of you guys. We were thinking of every single one of you, thinking of you. So, first super chat of the evening, guys. The Unlikely Lads.
Who the hell is this?
I was at my VIP lounge wearing my Norton and Wilson smelling of honey and tobacco when my compadre turns up smelling of fags and engine oil.
Who do you think?
So when was that?
Who? I don't know. Who's the tobacco and sorry, what was the other one? What's the other?
Sorry,
note?
The fags and engine oil.
Fags and engine oil. Yeah. Well, I think we
was
know.
Was that Morfred? You two have a little get together today?
No, not at all. No, I chatted to him earlier on today, but no, I didn't. Haven't met up with him yet.
Well, send our best wishes to Morfred anyway. So, Anyway, guys, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna ask Red Shovel first. Red, what you wearing tonight, wrist-wise?
Got the Speedy on tonight.
Yeah, lovely pickup.
Been enjoying this. Yeah. It does need a link out of it now. That's the only thing.
It does.
It does get a bit loose like after a while, like many things.
I'll tell you what. If that bracelet had a Design Atelier bracelet, mate, you'd be able to just clip it off and the link will just come out and could reattach it, mate. So anyway, Alex, can I skip to you, mate, and see what you're wearing tonight, please?
Listen, I was bullied and badgered into doing this last night, so I've decided to stick with it, and that is my signature watch, the Monaco.
Monaco.
Depressed.
The Monaco, the Dark Lord.
Very nice.
What did you pay for that again, Alex? Much was that?
Well, you're going to probably say whatever I say. You're going to say that minus one too much. So let's just skip to the punchline, shall we, Red? I bet it was about 7,200 when it first came out. Jesus Christ! Oh dear, we seem to have some technical issues. Never mind. Let's carry on.
Oh, clip it, guys. I have just got out my sorry, Mike, I'll bring you back, mate. I just got my date just got it out of the box. I don't seem to wear this much anymore since I bought my GMT Master 2. It just doesn't get much wear, but so I just got it out of the box. Sorry, mate.
More dressy that day, just it's a bit more of a dress up sort of piece that like it looks like.
Bit dressy.
Yeah, well, it's a bit more dress up, than the.
Yeah. I suppose so, mate. I suppose so, but as I say, it doesn't get. See, my daily seems to be the GMT Master 2 now, so. But I just like to rotate them. As I say, I get them out now and again and rotate them. So. just want to quickly go back because Mike Lewis, sorry, Mike, I had your chat up and there it goes. He goes, happy veterans to all the veterans. Yeah. Well, we all endorse that, mate. We all endorse that. So, hello to the British. Hello to the British talented panel. No, I won't go as far as that, mate. Don't push it. Don't push it. What's Dean saying? Speedy Tuesday tomorrow. Yeah, Tuesday tomorrow. Just guys and our old friend, One Day Retro Kojak, no plugged into the Matrix tonight. Let's run a quiz. So maybe one of us mortals can win.
I've got the in the ear stuff, so I'm getting fed from the Matrix. Mike Lewis was on the panel last night. The sort of cigar.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
sort of relaxation strem. So yeah, I'm a bit. If I'm a bit low energy today because I did 5 hours last night and I'm still recovering a little bit. So.
Dean saying this is for you, Red. I think Dean saying I'm sure the U-boat will get a mention. Yeah, I'm sure it will before the night's out. Dean.
Oh, the U-boat. There's a slightly different one.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Hold on, stay there, please.
Look at that beauty there. Look at that.
Look at that. Look, size of that.
Look at that. Look at the back of it too. Look at that.
It's a manhole cover.
Limited edition too.
I'll say a limited edition. A limited edition manhole cover. How the hell could you wear that on your wrist? Look at the size.
Titanium. Even tells you
somewhere
exactly what it is. It even tells you exactly what it all has on the side of it.
And a warning to drivers out in Northern Ireland. Somewhere on the road in Northern Ireland, there is a manhole missing from the road. So just drive carefully, drive safely. You might fall into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle John was saying, well, where is it? Uncle John, no, sorry, wrong one. Where's Uncle Jonga? This chat's moving on. Here we go. Uncle Jonga still wants to see you end up with a day date, DWA. No, Uncle Jonga, no, not for me. Not for me. To be honest, I couldn't afford one now. They're nice watches, but as I say, not for me. I'll tell you what, I've said it. Sorry. I'll shut up. Sorry, Phil, what was you saying?
You're a pensioner, Steve. There's no way that you can afford that day date now. There's no way. No, there isn't. I'm not on my pension. Anyway, this just
smoke screen.
Oh, guys, I just want to bring something. I just want to show you something and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, and maybe who this is.
First of all, Yachtmaster 40, platinum bezel, rhodium dial, ice blue hands.
Full set, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything with it, card, swing tags, full links, unworn.
The white thing as well, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
There's the...
Cut right on.
Yes, of course.
It's shocking how much of the equipment we've used for decades contains
Typical
chemicals. This is the first
Absolutely
innovation
typical
of its kind. This pan combines.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, it's great.
One down, 3 to go. So did you try that one on and does it fit?
What the hell? What's going on here?
Like so it's easy to make fit, unless it's too big.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Good guess. 2023.
This is watch
Very
trader.
late,
This is a day. This is a
2023.
day in the
came out
of a
halfway through.
trade market dealer.
So again, both swing tags, and so the other ones that you might be interested in, or you wanted to at least have a look at,
Sure.
that was the 23.
Are you trying to tempt me?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
And I've never seen one of these in the wild anywhere.
We have the same watch.
I've not seen in my local lady in the window.
Right. Well, we have the same watch in 36mm, but I think 41mm, because it is quite simple in its size. That it's about 5,500 over list.
Yeah.
We normally sell that for about 13,500.
Okay.
What I proposed was, if you are
Yeah, so that's the day in of a. Is it? Sorry, Phil. Was that the watch? Was that Watch Trader? Was that Watch Trader
That's Watch Trader
in Newcastle?
In Newcastle. That guy was buying the watch. It looked very familiar, like, didn't he? He sounded very familiar as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you, Fred?
Does it make sense?
What was
Does
that,
it make
sir?
sense? Does it make sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
Anyway,
Wow,
guys,
okay.
go on. I just wanted to just a little snippet of a day of a watch dealer, selling a few watches, and I'll swiftly move on. So just want to say hello to Dodger. Hey, Dingo Dave, always good to see you. And to you, Dodger, always good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Another unlikely lads. What the hell? I was also wearing a fine merino wool sweater, a nice pair of slacks, and my best brogues. He turns up wearing a hoodie, stonewashed jeans, and Jordans.
How did my diary
Thank you so
get
much for
leaked on the internet?
Thank you so much for the super chat, the unlikely lads. But I don't know this is a troll or anything, but the money's more than most welcome, guys. So thank you for that. So.
No, someone's got my journal and he's leaking the contents of it on the super chats. It's invading my privacy.
So sorry, Alex, you were saying about yesterday's stream. Mike Lewis was on it. You had Manny on it. Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, watch
great,
channel.
It was a great panel, actually. I didn't watch all of it because it was getting too late for me. But it seemed like a great panel.
Sorry, can you guys hear me? Because I'm just not sure.
Yeah, fine.
Issues.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So did you watch? So we were joined by Dan Norton, Mr. Smelly 77. He's a fragrance YouTuber amongst other things, and it was just a good opportunity to sort of cross the streams. So there's a lot of commonality between fragrances, watches, and motor cars. I mean, Watch Apprentice, you yourself are a bit of a frag head yourself. So I don't know if you saw it, and what did you think?
No, I did. I've been, to be honest with you, Alex, I've been very, very lucky because I've got a daughter that works in the cosmetics industry. So a lot of the stuff that I get are sort of like samples. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have been out. I've bought Tom Ford and Creed, but the unusual ones that I've shown, like Atkinson's, and I know Marley's not unusual, but Atkinson's and that, and you know, that's where this come from. It's not something that I heard of before, but absolutely amazing. I've got a Cartier as well, Cartier fragrance. The bottle's absolutely stunning. In Vacanza. Hello, you guys. Thought about asking Mr. Smelly onto your show as a guest. He's always great when he's on Tim's Right show. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a great guest, mate. He really is a great guest. But I won't say unfortunately, but sometimes people in the chat, they're not really, maybe not fragrance people. You know, there may be more to watches. I know we have spoke about fragrance in the past on this channel, but sometimes you know, it's not what people come here for. To be honest, it's nice having a different topic each week. But I think
he's into watches though. He's into watches as well. So
yeah,
we're talking about Speedmaster that he's interested in, the First Amiga in space. But listen, it's the UK watch community. Doesn't necessarily mean we talk about watches. It's you watching us talking about whatever we want to talk about, or whatever people in the chat wants us to talk about. And if you're brave enough to come on the panel, we can talk about what you want to talk about as well. Anyway. But yeah, it was a good show. It was great that he was able to spare as much time as he did. He was only on for supposed to be only on for half an hour, but he extended it to about 50 minutes with his Duchess in the kitchen cooking him no doubt a lovely meal.
I think that was very.
I actually missed quite a bit of that show, but there was one part of that show that has been clipped and sent to me about 9 million times now.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, mate.
Comes over to
Really being a guest, I think that was the highlight of the show. So,
well, I just wanted to thank Dan for sparing the time. I think we made him welcome as well because I'm a fan of his fragrances and stuff like that. I think it makes it easier when people come on and they've already got an appreciative audience, or maybe an audience of one. But I think some people in the chat, some people on the panel expressed an interest as well. And anyone is interested, Norton and Wilson, he has a range of fragrances. Please check him out. Greggy Boy has decants of his stuff as well, if you're in the UK area. It's more towards a sort of like a modern interpretation of the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s style of fragrances. But enough of the advertisement. We don't get paid or sponsored by Norton and Wilson. But it was a good evening, nonetheless, 5 hours. It got a bit emotional towards the end when Maya Memani joined us with showing us his childhood room with all that Star Wars paraphernalia and meeting his lovely parents. So shout out to Maya Memani. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
That was a special moment, wasn't it, when we met his dad?
And Daniel Katz was clearly moved by that exchange as well. So thanks very much for showing. You know, those moments show you that we have a lot more in common than we have that are different. So shout out to Daniel Katz for showing us that despite his age, he is still human.
Yeah.
I won't take the mickey out of him anymore.
I just want to say good evening to Fasaki Boy. Hope Mum's doing well, mate. Hope she's on the road to recovery. Great news the other day about her visiting the doctor, and they're very happy with her. Really great news, my friend. So best wishes to Mum. So wristwatcher, just no one wristwatchaholic. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. I don't know if you've got anything lined up, Alex. I've got got watches that we have heard of, and I've got watches that I've not heard of, guys, but you may have heard of.
I do have a very important public service announcement. People who watched the stream last night saw what I would say was an egregious domestic abuse case of a roommate assaulting Tim Wright, all because he wanted a second can of Guinness. I hope the Purple Nurple is on the road to recovery. She got a good old handful there, but I think she was. Well, have you read? You're sort of like squinting your eyes there.
Yeah.
You need to
a handful of what though? That's what we're squeaking our eyes at. A handful of what?
Well, it was a handful of Mubi, as we like to call it. A handful of Mubi. It hurt so hard. Even I winced. Hopefully those two have reconciled their differences. I know that Sean drank all the Guinness that he could find in solidarity for Tim. He had a wall of Guinnesses in front of him, about 6 bottles. I thought he was going to start singing 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, but they were brown bottles. But yes, make love, not war. That's what I say.
Did you guys happen to? Well, you couldn't actually have a toast, could you? You couldn't actually have a toast, could you? Because you didn't actually have a drink, Alex, could you? Last night they was toasting. They had a toast.
I did make myself a cocktail later on in the stream to join in with the festivities. I was plumbed into the matrix. I couldn't, get to the cocktail bar. And my manservant, I sent him home for the day. So, he was no bloody use whatsoever. But it was good. It was a good evening. I mean, it's the time just flew by, and it was just nice, just relaxing and chilled out. And we have obviously we got to see roommate domestically abused Tim, which is good.
Which is always good to see.
School is good sport. Hello, roommate. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Did my watch channel light up his cigar, his dragon?
Yes, he did. Yes, I believe so. Yeah, he was in his garage, so it was a nice place to do it. I think Heide Klund also had a cigar. Not many people had cigars. I was indoors, so I couldn't smoke. I'm not allowed. I value my movies too much for my ghoulies.
Yeah,
so,
you value your goodies.
Yeah, that too. So no, it was good. It was a good evening.
Guys, I just want to take this opportunity, please. If you haven't given us the thumbs up already or upvoted, please do. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what we do, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help us. There's 50 watching at the moment, which is fantastic. It's always a pleasure to see you all. I don't know if I've missed anybody quickly. I said Wristwatchaholics. Thank you. Dodger. Thank you. And Versace Boy, I think, was the last. If I've missed anybody, guys, I do apologise. I do try and watch the chat and bring up who, you know, the names that I haven't seen previously. So please bear with me. So, guys, yeah. Sorry. So
one last thing. We do. Some people have been super chatting for the purposes of tonight's show. That money will go towards the sort of like a safe haven for Tim to a battered spouse. So we'll can put him up to protect him from roommate.
or it can go into the pot to buy more Guinnesses. So,
but he can't drink them. He can't drink them.
Roommate, give him a break. Literally. Right. Yeah. So, Red, we was talking off the off the show before we actually come live, and we was talking about the shows that you may be possibly doing this year or next year, I should say. Sorry, next year. Yeah. And you was asking me what I would like to do. Miami might be out for me, as I explained to you, mate. I'm away for the new year, and don't come back to the 6th of January. So that would be pushing Miami for me. That would be.
Still gives you 3 days like to recover. Still gives you 3 days to recover, man, Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, mate, it doesn't give enough time for my bank balance to recuperate. So yeah. But I mean, what time New York? That could be something else. I did say that I may not go back, but I mean, like JMB's looking maybe to go next year, and if other people go, then it might just sway me to go back. But the show that I really would like to do would be the Dubai week if it comes off. So if I could make Dubai week, I would love to do that, because I was speaking to Roommate in New York, and according to Roommate, that's the best show she's ever been to. Watch show. So I know she hasn't been to watch. I don't think she's been to Watches and Wonders, but she said that's the best. The Dubai Watch Week is the best she's ever been to. So
I think I would like to try the Dubai Watch Week as well. It did look good, like when Tim was there, it did look good. And I think as it's a show that I haven't been at before, I probably will make a concerted effort to get to that one. So,
Alex, are you looking forward to any shows next year? Are you thinking of going to Watching Wonders again, or because you've done it?
That's a good question. If anyone were to ask me, should you go to Watches and Wonders? I think if you're going to go to Watches and Wonders to see the watches, you might be a little bit disappointed in the mainstream brands. Certainly some of the other brands you can get close to the watches, like Bremont and U-Boat and some other ones as well. I think it's going to be difficult to see things from Rolex because it's typically behind glass and all the sort of the horology pieces, unless you are invited, unless you have an appointment. I've been invited at Watches and Wonders for a few of the maisons, so I might take advantage of that. But I think what is really good about Watches and Wonders is just the camaraderie. It's just meeting up with like-minded people and just having a little bit of a fun. To be honest, I can't remember the watch that much because I was still recovering from a hangover from the night before, on the Friday night. But yeah, I'll probably, I'm looking at the flights. It's getting tricky, guys, to even arrange accommodation at the moment. So I think I've got to make a decision. But if I were to choose one, I mean, I've done Watches and Wonder. Red, you did Watches and Wonder and also Watch Days. Which one did you prefer?
It's they are two very different experiences. Two very different experiences. Probably, if it was to pick, it's so difficult to pick which one is the best. I think
forgetting the social aspect.
If you haven't been to either Watches and Wonders or Geneva Watches, I would go to Watches and Wonders first of all. But what I would advise you to do is book a hotel as close to the expo center as you can. Don't stay in the center town, because you will. It is a tiring day going around that massive hall with all those massive exhibition stands, and sometimes you do need to go back and chill out like for an hour or two and then sort of hit it again. Whereas the watch days is much more sort of focused in Geneva itself, and there's probably more things to go and do there. But I think if you've never been to Geneva, if you just wanted, just do the initial hit there, I would do Watches and Wonders first, then experience Geneva Watch Days, and you'll probably, I would say that most people, if they played, the Geneva Watch Days right, and sort of get themselves on the list for the after parties and for various shows and that, they'll probably end up saying that the Watch Days is better.
Because there wasn't just Watches and Wonders going on, there were other sort of events as well. There was another location where they had not the lesser brands, but shall we say the ones that Rolex didn't want in Watches and Wonders, shall we say. So there was loads of exhibitors of that. So like Wind Up equivalent, but in another location. And then there were like place. I know, like loads of other ones as well.
But they're sort of spread everywhere, so you really sort of have to make a plan. Whereas in Geneva Watch Days, it was more sort of concentrated, in that hotel. What's that hotel called again? The Beau Rivage, is it? Is that what it's called? Can't remember. That's a lovely hotel, like on the front there. And it's I would, if you're going to do like Watches and Wonders, just stay close to it, hit that for 2 or 3 days, enjoy it, and then if you want to do the sort of the sort of walk around Geneva with the other things, just do Geneva Watch Days. That'll be my plan.
Just want to read this quickly, guys. A super chat. The Unlikely Lads again. Thank you once again for the $4.99 super chat. It's I ordered a Ian Macallan 12, a double, from my own personal crystal decanter. The smell and taste was divine. Heaven. He cracks open a can of Stella.
Well, this is now. Unfortunately, if anyone drinks Macallan between me and Maltred, it's Maltred that drinks Macallan. So, you almost got us there. Did you hijack that bottle, Alex, from a certain AD? Maybe later on this week.
Oh, okay. Say no more. Say no more. Say no more.
Unfortunately, when I was meant to do it last time, a certain Mr. Wright appeared on these shores, so he completely ruined that escapade. So don't worry, that caper, the job is still on. Okay, it will happen.
Guys, just a quick question from Drew Oakley. Anyone know whether Tudor / IWC doing discounts? Looking at a Mark X and or FXD Black.
Tudor Boutique or not at the moment?
My advice, Drew, is just to go in there, have a look at them, and see. Ask. If you don't ask, you don't get, mate. So they can only say no, can't they? So
I think you'll struggle to get any discount from the Tudor boutiques at the minute, because those are the watches. Certainly, if you look around the sort of like the shops in Belfast, Tudor is one of the brands that is still selling and selling well. Yeah. Other things like IWC are, they're sort of struggling, and there would be probably, like a discount then. But anything Tudor seems to be sort of priced right for people, and they ain't discounting that stuff.
we had Magic City on a show a couple of nights ago, and he said that he had been on the hunt for an IWC. He was looking at the Eternity complication watch, but he thought he was going to go for the perpetual calendar version instead. Other than the one that he was interested in, IWC had offered a 20% discount. So I think you're right, Red. I think IWC is a hard sell.
Yeah.
Tudor sells to a much wider selection of people, but partly because it's more affordable, partly because of the brand ambassador David Beckham and his association with Red Bull as well. So this side of Christmas, I don't imagine anything being reduced by Tudor. They're doing good enough business.
Just very quickly, good evening to Goldfinger. Dubai, here we come. Yeah. Well, like I say, hopefully we can make it, and I look forward to it as well. So, good evening, Goldfinger. Thank you for being here, my friend. Say again.
At least in Dubai,
Dubai sounds good.
At least in Dubai, per Goldfinger won't have to spend $550 on a beanie hat, so it'll be all good. His head will be warm enough first as well.
Yeah.
Right, guys, you want to have a look at some watches? Let's have
we got time?
Yeah, I think so. We've got another 20 odd minutes yet. Let's have a quick look for some.
Okay.
See,
great.
That's not.
Thanks, Steve.
The upside down. This one, guys, it caught my eye anyway. It's the upside down. How you pronounce the name? Forgive me. It is Ludovic Bullard, whatever. But it's the upside down watch, and what happens is, obviously, all the numerals are upside down until it actually hits the time, and then that numeral changes. And hence you could tell by the black dot, because when I was looking first, I was looking at this and I'm thinking, well, what time is it? Because the eight looks, I mean, even when it's upside down, it still looks 8, doesn't it? But it's the black dot that really gives it away. So, but for me, I looked at this watch I just found this watch when I'm just, I was just looking. Let me run this video, guys. It might seem, it might explain it better than I ever will. So let me just play this for you. Yeah, so this is the Ludovic Bullard upside down watch. Stop that because it'll play all bloody day. Right.
It looks like something
that. What do you think of this? Let me just see if I can get a better picture.
It looks like something that my nan would try and dial an ambulance on. So it does, it looks like one of them old phones.
Yeah.
It looks like an old phone.
Yeah.
You like this one or not, guys?
I think it's going to give you a headache just trying to ascertain what the hour is. It's not.
Well, I mean, the hour is not too. I understand that, but I mean, the black dot or the white dot in this case will take you. It takes you straight to the time. I mean, I know it's repetitive. Go on.
Yeah, you got to hunt for the hunt, but maybe it's because it's like a circle, and it reminds me too much of football, and the fact that Spurs can't seem to find a football to score a goal.
Oh, don't go. That's for another time, my friend. That's for another time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's innovative.
Yeah. As I say, I was just looking for some content for tonight, and as I say, I've not heard of this guy. I've not seen this watch before. And I thought it's quite ingenious, to be honest. When you look at the movement behind as well, I think it's to me it's very ingenious, innovative, if that's the word as well, as you said, Alex. So yeah, very clever.
Ray saying upside down watch will do well in Australia, I guess. Shout out to Dingo Dave. Shout out to Dingo Dave.
Oh, so let's stop that one. Let's go back. Let's carry on, guys. I've got a few lined up. So now this is now what one shall I show you first? Let me show you this one first. Jochen Bezinger. Have you heard of him?
I know him well.
You know him well?
Good.
When it loads. It's not loading, am I? Okay. Oh, here we go.
In the meantime,
yeah.
CNord gifting 5 memberships to the UK Watch community. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, CNord.
Mike Lewis, Dirk Diggler.
What a great support. What a great support this guy is.
Solvents. And Watch It Brian got a membership. Watch It Brian.
Watch It Brian.
Watches Brian.
Haven't seen Watch It Brian for a while.
Anybody else got a membership? I can't see it.
Mike Lewis, Dirk Diggler, Sandy W, Solvents, and Watch It Brian. These aren't people necessarily in the chat. These are people that have subscribed.
No, it just picks them randomly, doesn't it? So
well, it's people that are subscribed to the channel. That's how the gift memberships work. So once you enter, you can never leave.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for CNord once again for the membership. Much appreciated. As I said before, great support, my friend. Great supporter. So, this might for Drew. Drew, you asked that question about the IWC. If there was any discounts, it's JMB saying IWC Mark White silver dial is a beautiful piece. So that might be one for you to look out for, my friend. So thanks for that, JMB. Much appreciated. Back to
I think the ADs do offer 0% finance for IWC. So I would never go. The advice is never to go into debt for a watch, but if you can slow roll the payments on it by going for 0% finance. But go and be bold. Ask for a discount. The outside of Rolex and above, everybody else is not doing too well on sales. They are there to do a deal, I would have thought.
So, guys, these are the Benzinger brand. I am a sucker for Guilloche. I just love I love the workmanship in these dials. I just love it. I know I've got them all lined up here, but we showed watches last week. Lane is another one, and Garrick. I'm a sucker for these Guilloche dials. I think they're amazing. I do. I just think they just bring the watch to another level. To be honest, I know the colours may not be exactly what you like, but some of the colours on these dials really bring out the Guilloche and the effect of the workmanship on the dial. Like this one, salmon, stunning, absolutely beautiful. Caribbean.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, just very quickly, guys. Let's run through the models. But I say Bezinger. I've not heard of this guy. I've not heard of this guy before or this brand. Just run through very quickly. And they use an ETA movement. It uses an ETA movement. Just bring it up. Movement. It's these particular watches use an ETA 6498 manual winding movement. All these particular watches that I'm bringing up at the moment. There are some that I was quite not shocked, but surprised at the movement they use. I'll tell you what, guy, I won't run for everything. Let me just go down and see if I can find. Is it the classic? Oh, it might be the Bezinger one. Let's have a look at this. Now, what do you think of these guys?
Interesting.
Yeah, are really, obviously, all really different. And this particular movement, I think, uses a Vacheron.
Okay.
Is this the one? Oh, beg your pardon. Patek. A rare Patek Philippe movement, number 187722, original movement. This uses. So absolutely, and I'm sure one of them actually uses a Vacheron as well. I'm sure I read it. Let's very quickly try and find it. Is it this classic model?
These sound expensive.
They sound expensive. They look expensive, Phil. You're quite right, mate. I'm not quite sure the prices at the moment. I just want to show you guys that what some of the brands that are out there. No, it's the same ETA 6498 manual winding movement, guys. So I'm sure one. Oh, is it this one? I'll tell you. This is a lovely, another stunning, beautiful. Some of these are maybe not, but is this the one? Let's very quickly have a look. Movement. Is this the one? No, the same. Okay, guys. I thought one of them used a Vacheron. I'm sure when I did it, and they do the skeleton models as well. Some are nice. They're not these particular ones are not my cup of tea, but there is one I think I did like, which is this one. Let's go to the next batch. Yeah, they look expensive, don't they, mate? No. And the craftsmanship, guys. Let me just see if I can. There is a. Sorry, I'm making you giddy. Yeah, this is it. Bear with me. See if I can. I won't run it for too long because say time's getting on. Hope you ain't falling asleep.
Yeah, very relaxing.
But this is where the money is, guys. This craftsmanship. Cutting out a piece and finished stock. Yeah, so I'll stop that there, guys. Sorry about that. As I say, I didn't want to bore you too much, but that's where the money is. It's just all the hand finishing in those pieces, and that's to me that's just pure craftsmanship. Guys, anything anybody? Any questions in the chat? I have got a little bit. What's the time? What, nearly 15 minutes already.
First of all, we have a super chat from Marco for $2. Upvoted. Thank you. Thank you indeed, Marco. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Marco.
And I'll just remind people there just to click that upvote button. That really does help out. We've had over 50 people in the house, so thank you guys for watching us and following us. Thomas Burnett posted a couple of comments about the watches we were talking about the Ludovic Baluard made this as his first watch. So he's a member of the AHSCI, so that's pretty amazing. And it's he seems to really enjoy it. So he also made a watch called the Halftime, which has 2 discs rotating in. Maybe if we have time, we can sort of see that. And he talks about the Benzinger as a decently priced German brand that do really nice Guilloche dials. Quality watches for a decent price.
I'm going to just show you in a minute, guys, a collab with another guy with Benzinger. It's not Jaeger and Benzinger. I did see that, Thomas, to be honest. But let me just quickly show you guys. I hope I'm not boring you too much. But I just want to show you. Where is it?
Well, there's another comment I wanted to address whilst you queue that up.
There he is.
All right, go on, Steve. I'll find it up and bring it up.
This is it looks like a collab with Grebe and Benzinger. Another stunning piece, absolutely stunning. Yeah, these are not cheap, guys. These are really, really not cheap. Let me just show you the home Vanquish. It's always been our dream to realise our own watch movement, one whose technology corresponds to our own personal demands on class, quality and uniqueness and functionality. This movement is now a reality. But this to me is absolutely stunning, guys. I don't know what you think of this. I mean, look at that crown. Like I would call that the hobnail on the watch case. To me, it looks like the hobnail. The Guilloche, the absolute craftsmanship. What do you think? Yes or no?
Beautiful.
I mean, these are not cheap, guys. These are really, really not cheap. This is on the left is the platinum case 42 mil. I'll just move it over. So that's the platinum case, 42 mil.
Yeah.
And this is the rose gold Vanquish. Your thoughts, guys, in the chat? I think they're absolutely stunning, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
great.
So these are the 2 pieces.
I mean,
anybody want to hazard a guess?
Couple.
I think hazard a guess. The prices are under. I believe the prices are underneath. No, my luck, they won't be. But I think the prices are underneath. But they're not cheap.
That's a nice.
They're expensive.
That's a nice.
Bag.
I mean, before you reveal the price, that's a nice couple of watches there. And also, Dingo Dave was saying, what did you think of Mr. Smelly's outro? It was entertaining. They were a nice couple. And also, Dan and Mrs. and the Duchess would make a lovely partnership as well, the Duchess. So, yes.
Did you say partnership or partnership?
Partnership. Great partnership.
Sorry, my hearing. Sorry about that. Sorry.
So I don't speak estuary English.
Yeah, guys, look, the platinum is 214,200 euros, and the rose gold is 202,300 euros. But
wow.
I know. Not usually what I usually bring up on this channel. It's usually the the nice watches, but within our price range. And these are just. When I had to bring these up, I just think they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
As I say, for the price.
Red likes the hand finish. Red's saying that he loves the hand finish too, so that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. 214,000 and 202 again, and that's the movement. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I love that.
I mean,
very, very nice. Stop sharing.
It stops you in your tracks, doesn't it? Really. That's
I'm sorry we're boring you, mate. I'm really sorry that it's not a U-boat, but I just thought we'd have maybe a little bit of class this week. That's all.
Yeah. Keep it classy. Keep it classy.
Treble, what's Treble saying?
What-
My eyesight is shit enough about that confusion.
That's the upside down watch he's referring to from earlier.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So, Red, what would be your, outside of your U-boats and your Omegas and stuff like that? What would be outside of the norm, like a dress watch? What attracts you? What watch brand attracts you in that vein?
Well, I was absolutely set on buying one of those sort of Rolex day dates, but I think I'm starting to, as I've looked around, I tell you what sort of threw me big time was the trip to Breguet in LA, where you get the, where you get to spend a lot of time with the watches and see them and try them on, and that I've been starting to look a lot more at that brand and sort of saying, do I really need any more Rolexes? In terms of maybe getting a dress watch. So that's what's on my mind at the minute. But you do need all the pictures. You can look at all the pictures, all the videos that you want. If you're thinking about something, you've got to go and see it. You've got to have it like in hand. You have to try it on. As there's some of the things you see, that you like, and when you physically see them, you go, "That's not for me." And then other things you see in the pictures, maybe not like so much. And when you see them, they're just, it just blows you away. Yeah.
So but Pagani Designs don't do a version of the Breguet that you quite like, or?
I did actually look good. I tried to find them. I did look.
Oh dear God.
What was going to say is that the day date is the ultimate Rolex. Yeah, it could well be right, but I think that if I did buy a day date, right, I would actually get rid of all my other Rolexes and just have that one. I don't think that you actually need. I think the days of. I think people got too sucked in the band so many Rolexes, and it's and for me, I'm just over it now. I'm not over like the Rolex brand, completely, but I don't think I don't need them all. I don't think you need people who have like 5 or 6 of them. I don't think you need them.
What about JMB is just mentioning something here. Familiar? Is anyone familiar with Solmo London?
Sorry, Alex, bring it up again. Sorry. My apologies.
Is anyone familiar with Solmo London at Piccadilly Arcade? I saw their window today, and they have some beautiful old Omega Speedmaster 321 movements, and also some cool Omega Flightmasters. Well, Solmo is I suppose, the most famous Omega vintage dealership. If not the UK, then maybe even Europe as well. They are the go-to destination for that sort of stuff. They're always on the hunt for replenishing their stock with old Omegas. Steve, we were there before we went over to Greece in September when we met up, and we did that sort of walkthrough where Solmo at the very end of the arcade. So yeah, it's a great place to just go and just see the history of. I mean, they do other brands as well, but they do seem to specialize more on the Omega side of things as well. So, Red, have you thought of vintage at all? I mean, is that something that might interest you, or your history of having broken watches is too traumatizing?
No, well, like I've got the 1981, like Pepsi GMT, and probably for a vintage watch that would do me. I might be tempted by a vintage Omega. Definitely.
Yeah.
Might be tempted like by one of them. But I don't want to go down. I am looking for a dress watch. That's the next purchase. And I thought I was definitely going to be the day date. But as I look around and as I sort of look at things, I don't want no more. Don't know if I want any more like Rolex. If I did get the day date, all the other Rolexes are cool. That's that.
Okay. What about you, Steve? Are you interested in vintage?
I wouldn't mind getting a birth watch. That
That'll be
would,
another one.
It's a gra-
what,
what? A
oh,
grandfather
sorry?
clock? What? A
No,
grandfather clock?
yeah, grandfather clock. Yeah, Yeah.
Sundial.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a grandfather clock. They go back. They go way back. They go back about 1870 something. Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit heavy on the wrist, though. I think.
I'm just not. I'm not quite as old as Daniel Katz, but almost. But
Really?
sometimes I feel like it. But no, what I was going to ask you, Alex, Sergio9999. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you for being in the chat. Uncle Jonga as well. Perhaps I don't think I mentioned Uncle Jonga. Thank you for being here, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, you know what? I think my next watch would, if I was going to buy one more watch, and I've said it in the past, and I think I've covered it before. It'd either be a Calatrava or it'd be a Saxonia for me. I would.
Okay. Yes,
You know what, Alex. And I'm not being funny. I since these guys have been talking and I've seen JMB, as I said, went to Breguet today at New Bond Street. The watch he showed on his Instagram post, unbelievable. And I wouldn't mind even having a Breguet, to be honest. Absolutely. In fact, I think the one he showed. I don't you remember a guy named. He was on the live stream not long ago. PK with Tim.
PG?
No, it's P. I think his name was PK. Is it PK? He had a Breguet for sale. He was at Tim's apartment once, and Tim showed his Breguet, and it was absolutely stunning. And I'm sure that was the one that JMB tried on today at Breguet, at the Breguet AD. I think it was a navy blue dial or watch face. Absolutely stunning. But no, getting back to what we talked about, Saxonia or Calatrava. I think if I had any spare money, I think I'd go for one of those. And that would be it. That would be it for me. I wouldn't know.
Done. That's you done then, Steve? That's you done?
I'll be done, Phil. Done.
Everyone
Finished.
says that.
Finished.
Everyone says that. You're never done. You're never done.
Finished. Kaput. Never again. Never again. I'll be satisfied. I'll be satisfied for what I've got. So, but I'd say that would. I won't call it a collection. Yeah, I've got 5 watches, but so it's a moderate collection, but a collection that I love. Every piece I've bought, it's had a little bit of, not history, I won't say history, but it's got a bit of memory behind it for me. My first dress watch, Cartier, and my first Rolex was this one, my first Rolex. And then I got into it, and then I purchased the IWC 41 Pilot Chrono. And then my last was the GMT Master 2. And I also own a G-Shock. So, but I would love one of those watches to finish off, and I would call it a day. Kaput. And in your words, Phil, finished. Finished. Guys, we have been going now for just over an hour. I know Phil will have to shoot off in a minute.
We have a super chat, Stephen.
Sorry?
A super chat.
Super chat. Beg your pardon. Unlikely lads again. I beckoned my waiter to order foie gras and a portion of caviar. Is that spelled wrong in it? I was mortified when he wants to order ham, egg, and cheesy chips. Thank you for the super chat, the unlikely lads.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Egg and cheesy chips. Thank you so much for that.
If we have a minute left, I wanted to share you guys, there's an event happening this Saturday. Let me see if I can share my screen. Not that one.
As I say, thank you for the super chat, the unlikely lads. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Yep, thank you. You may recall we did a stream over at the Watch Boutique in the Shires. Yep. They're doing some sort of afternoon of art, jewelry, and watches in the heart of the Shires, combination with a few other shops in that location there. So the Watch Boutique, shout out to Dan over the Watch Boutique. You never know, you might be able to. He has some very good prices on his watches, I have to admit. I'm on his WhatsApp group, and I seem to, like they seem to go before I even get a chance to consider what he's offering. So just thought I'd give them those guys, because he was very hospitable when we went over and visited him. So I just thought I'd return the favor. And there's jewelry there, watches, and other forms of art there. So I will put the link in the chat for anyone that is interested. I'll also put it in the description there. It's a rather long link, but I think entrance is free, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's free. So they have different times that you can go. And that's being organized by the Artisan Gallery. Just in case you've got nothing else to do this weekend and you fancy doing something a little different.
Rolly Mania saying he's got a nice Date 840 white dial. So, wow. Guys, if you haven't already, just before we, I think we're going to pack up now. Give us the thumbs up if you don't mind, if you haven't already. If you haven't, as I said before, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help us. Thank you, everyone. And this is quickly in the chat, if there's any questions quickly, or is anybody on the panel, anything else? I know, Phil, you've got to shoot off. If you want to go, please don't feel free to go, mate. And then we can talk about you. Okay, mate. So,
okay, this evening.
All right, mate.
Sling you up.
Sling you up, yeah. Off you go.
Get out of it.
Get out of it. Get out. Get ya. Get you, cat son. Get ya. Anyway, guys, as I say, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. From myself, Alex, Phil, thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. Hopefully see you next Monday. If you are not busy, join us again. It's really much appreciated you all being here. Thank you, guys, the panel, and we'll see you next week. Take care all, and God bless. Bye-bye.